Hello everyone, this is part 5 of, I was going to say Minotaur, but it's not. It's a Gnoll Wanderer. We're playing with Okawaru. We're playing Artifact Crawl, whereby we use every artifact we come across. It's been going pretty well so far. We've got a few different artifact weapons and an artifact body armor. Haven't come across any artifact jewelry or anything yet, but I'm sure it will happen. We've got a very random spell list as well. A few different hexes, a few other sort of random things that don't make a lot of sense. Near the end of the last one we picked up Deflect missiles, and I totally didn't do anything untoward by taking my body armor off and then casting it. That's a lie, I totally did. We're here in Swamp. We don't have any poison, which is a bit scary. I'm going to be particularly afraid of hornets and those trees who summon them, shangling mangroves. But I think we should be okay. Getting paralyzed on this character would not be as punishing as it was on the Minotaur Transmuter. And the reason for that is that when you're paralyzed, you keep your AC, which in our case we have 20 of it. It's not like the Minotaur was in robes, which meant he gets really destroyed by not having any evasion and being paralyzed. Alright, Azel, speaking of not having our poison, Azel is terrifying. She has a Venom Bolt and Poison Arrow. Poison Arrow you can block with a shield, Venom Bolt you can't. For science, can we polymorph her? I was going to say almost certainly not, because she has a really high MR. Oh, I think my brain is fried. Hard to speak. Alright. We could lead against her to get our poison. I think that's not a bad choice. It's probably better than using our single potion of resistance. Yeah, I don't mind doing that. So I'm going to Heroism and Finesse. I should just go into tree form. Let's not even play around with it. So now we got our poison. And she's probably immune. She's resistant to poison, so +3 longsword of venom is not that amazing, I suppose. Okay, well this worked out because here's also a swamp dragon, so we get to have some bonus value out of our tree form. Fight 2 different poison enemies at the one go. No, I'm just gonna ice blast him. Why aren't you dying to that? There we go. Ice Blast will never miss, so it's especially useful against high evasion enemies like Spriggans. And we have evocations training, so we're actually better with it than most of my characters would be. And by most, I mean nearly all of them. Not too often I train up to almost 11 points of evocation skill. I don't really want to be getting hit by 2 of those guys at once. They do surprising amounts of damage, and because they vamp drain you, or they vamp bite you, they can be surprisingly durable as well. Uh-oh, it's a shambling mangrove. Get me out of here. Do not want. My life is flashing before my eyes. Is there anything to ID? No. Oh no, here they come again. Okay, we're gonna Heroism and Finesse. This might seem over the top, but maybe not. Here they are. If we can just get poison on all of them. Yeah, okay, no paralysis. We also have really good shield skill, so that helps out too. We definitely can't longsword the Hydras, because because we're going to chop heads off with a venom sword. Steel tomahawks? Yeah, we don't really need those. But in saying that, the hand crossbow is pretty good because the freezing will slow hydras. Let's try this ring. Ring of Wizardry. Huh. Well, Discord is still 100% to fail. I wonder if we could cast that with Brilliance. I kind of want to know, but I also don't want to waste one of the 4 we have. Maybe we could try to Discord Swamp 4. Maybe. But not now. Don't form a big one. Thank you. It's rather rude. I was giving them plenty of space to spread out. They didn't need to do that. I'm going to do backslash and minus to check what scrolls we don't know. There can't be too many. Requirement, brand weapon, silence, torment. If it's silence, that's quite a valuable scroll, which I'd rather not waste. So I'm just going to ID it. And it was. It's not like we need to save IDs to identify artifacts, because we're just going to use them anyway. So yeah, ID scrolls should be relatively plentiful this game. Go away. I'm being lazy here, but I should be using F dot to fire to the exact tile so that I don't shoot bullets into deep water and lose them. I also shouldn't be shooting at enemies when they are in deep water. Okay, so I don't know if I've ever explained this, but this is a good question. Salamander asks, the inscriptions on your scrolls of identify, what do they do? So you see, next to identify we have R1, next to remove curse we have R2, teleports R4, and in fact it's on the potions as well, so you can see curing's Q1 and so on. The way that I've done that is there are options that you can put in your RC file that auto-inscribe things. And this at R1 thing allows it so that if you press the R1, it will read the scroll of identify. So for instance, this letter is always going to be different on which one it's on. So it's not like when I go to read an identify scroll, I have to go R and then like, what letter is identify on this time? Okay, it's capital S, so read capital S. Instead, I can always just hit R1 and then it will read identify. I should tell Salamander, he can't actually hear me. There we go. Maybe in the comment description or in the video description, I'll put an example of how to do that because it's pretty handy. It's a nice quality of life feature. And of course, every player who plays online, you can get their RC file. So you can actually have a look at my RC file and pretend that you're me. You can play exactly with all the options that I have. You can go crazy when unseen horrors are hitting you 3 times every turn, and then you have to press enter over and over again. What are we trying to pick up? Flesh. So we picked up something else. I didn't notice. What did we pick up? I don't know. Maybe we'll just enchant our shield. Can make an extra slot. We're already up to Swamp 3. We're pretty much flying through Swamp right now. Ammunition? Arrows. We don't need those. Alright. As much as I don't just want to fire a bolt, in there. I really want to kill this guy quickly because we don't have any curing. So yeah, we have to use one of our curing there. You feel a genetic drift, you feel yourself wasting away. What is going on? Our last 3 or 4 of these have been bad. Okay, we got horns, that was good. But we lost our extra MR, we lost our magic mapping, and now we just got a bad mutation. Is this... I don't know, someone's alerted the devs to the Deflect missiles behavior that we just displayed and is now coming to punish us by messing with our genetic drifts. I know what you do, devs. I know that you're messing around. Hey, new artifact. Time for a new weapon. Goodbye, longsword GnWn. I have not figured out how to say that, but that's okay because it's now gone. Hello, the rapier cap sauces. It's a +8 rapier. It's flaming. It's RN++ and Dex -2. That's not too bad. We can stab with that. Maybe I already dropped it, but maybe we should have kept around the ring of stealth to get some like that. Sick rapier stabs. We legit just short blade stabbed the bow body. Other short blades that are not daggers don't give you as much bonus damage as a dagger, but it's still better than any other weapon type. This means if we want to make use of our dazzling spray now, we can actually then stab them while they're blinded. Arrows. Stop giving us arrows, Oppa. We don't need arrows. That feel when you become a stabber. I am sensing a lot of different items in here, but I know that it's generally a bad idea to open these rune doors. I really want to, but I also don't. I was thinking, what if we take our armor off, we open the, we call for brilliance, we open the door, try to discord everything in there, and then run away. But if there are fast moving dangerous things in there and we don't have any armor on, that's a really bad idea. Yeah, okay, I think we ignore this for now. Maybe we'll come back when we're stronger. It's potentially very dangerous. Speaking of very dangerous things, here's a brown, very ugly thing. Let's heroism and finesse. Go rapier, go. This rapier would be much better if we still had +5 slaying, but that's okay. When you have heroism and finesse, even if your weapon's kind of mediocre, you tend to be pretty strong. Uh-oh. It's a shambling mangrove. Where's man? I'm going to take these guys up, so if they paralyze us, the mangrove's not there. Animal heroism. Oh, we're being slowed. Man, if we actually die this way... Okay, there we go, we got him. Oh right, I forgot. Our rapier isn't a... whatchamacallit? Isn't a venom weapon anymore. I was wondering why we weren't poisoning the hornets. Now I know. Okay, that was really bad. So that was okay due to venom, but no. I was panicking. Knees weak, palms sweaty. Get out of the water to fight. Throw a couple of crossbow bolts into the water because who wanted them anyway? Exactly. Ocker knows what's up. You can always get more of them. This might be our ending vault. I hope it's not learning because I don't know. Oh, artifact. Let's support it to us so we can check it out. Okay. Goodbye +2 cloak. Hello +0 cloak. Wheeze champ. It's like PogChamp, but it's Wheeze champ. It has a slow property, not a great one. Strength +3, Dex +10. There's I think basically 1% chance that every time you take damage, you can get slowed. And while you can cancel it off, cancellation is a really rare potion. I mean, you can also haste, but they're also very valuable potions. So this one, don't love this one. Kind of hoping that we get some sort of artifact cloak to replace that sometime soon. Let's get out of his poison. If you could stop, please, sir. Oh, it's too late. It's literally about 30 seconds too late. I just realized that we could have brought the Scarf of Cloud immunity because that makes you immune to these poison clouds. Those dudes, swamp dragons, is one of the times where, let's finesse here because this is a bit too scary. But yeah, swamp dragons is when a Scarf of Cloud immunity actually really shines. We're really quite hurt already. Let's just lig. But yeah, right as I realized that, it was just after we found an artifact cloak. So bad luck. I'm gonna heroism again. Ran out. Yeah, bad luck. Oh, this guy's gonna berserk all the trees. We need to get off the trees. And that's a Thorn Hunter. We might need a teleport. We've got 17. The danger is that we just land in the end vault and just get insta-killed. What can we do? Chances of enslaving either of those has got to be extremely low. Yeah, 12% on both. Spriggan have very good MR and Thorn Hunters are just busted dangerous. We could blink up and run. The Thorn Hunter hasn't seen us. What else could we do? What 6 spells do we have in our spell list of random spells? Nothing that helps too much. Note that we can cast Metabolic Ingratiation now. Doesn't help us too much against these guys, I think. He is not resistant to cold. We could metabolically ingratiate the Thorn Hunter. If you don't know what this spell does, it slows everything. The issue is that it being slow doesn't matter much if it just surrounds us in brambles so we can't run. Also, the fact that we're going to be running through water everywhere, which slows us, means that it's not so useful either. Blinking or teleport? Blinking or teleport? I'm going to say teleport. And then if we get totally owned by our teleport, then we can blink. Okay, we did not get owned. This looks like it's the fire-themed ending. The upside of that is that you don't get lonely. Okay, so we're going heroism finesse for this guy. Let's pull out the flaming rapier. Thorn Hunters are susceptible to fire. Good. Okuar is honored. That's a large shield. I don't think we can do that. That will mess with our spellcasting too much. How would we cast Deflect missiles? Answer me that. We wouldn't be able to, that's right. Can we just polymorph these guys? Yes. They legit are so annoying. Almost anything else would be less annoying. New plan. All these guys get polymorphed. I don't want to deal with your... That was a Zot trap? Oh man, okay. How fun and exciting. So we got a Balrog, which is not too bad of one. But we could have just been banished then. We could have been paralyzed. It can teleport you and slow you. So you can end up slowed, confused, and teleported inside the vault next to a whole bunch of hydras. It can cast a shadow creatures. We might have just been surrounded by a bunch of Thorn Hunters and hydras and stuff. And not only could we not avoid this, but it wasn't even us who stepped on it. It was the Cyclops. And as well note, these are durably summoned, which means you can't even go upstairs and wait for it to time out. It's just going to stay until you deal with it. Man, traps, super fun. We used heroism and finesse there. But, yeah. If I sound really salty, it's because I am. Ah, traps. Whoa, he took out our deflector missiles. More arrows. Ocker is trolling us now. He took out our deflector missiles with the noxious thing. I didn't know that could happen. Today I learned. Alright, we should go upstairs before we get naked. Take our scale mail off and we're gonna... Whoa. Actually, while I remember, let's put on wizardry. There we go. So it's not... Actually, I was going to say it's not quite so degenerate then, but it's probably actually worse. Because not only are we taking off armor to do this, but we're then putting on a piece of jewelry that we don't usually use. Oh well, okay. Deflect missiles again. Please don't tell the devs. I would like to get other really sweet mutations this game. So if the devs do actually... He gave us bullets. If the devs do actually mess with our evolution, it's kind of sad. I think I fired those bullets into deep water. My bad. You did it again? You can deflect the blast? How do you deflect the blast? Alright, well. We're going again. Whoops. I didn't mean to bring that Hydra up. Okay. The other thing we can do is remove our shield, because we're not up to 15 penalty. So here you go. Take off the shield. Take off the scale mail. Put on the wizardry. And how's that looking? 9% for deflect missiles. Look at that. Oh dear. I don't know. This is the reason, if you didn't know, why repel missiles got removed from the game. But I don't know. Seems to me, not that I'm saying they should remove deflect missiles, but it seems to me that if that was the problem with, we got slowed. If that was the problem with repel missiles, then deflect missiles has a similar issue. I guess it's true that any character could do it before. We just got slowed. Thank you for the slow cloak. If they're gonna sit there, we can shoot them a bit with Ice Blast. Don't paralyze me, bro. Go away. Had enough of you. I probably had enough of you as well. I want something that's not going to steal my deflect missiles, thank you. We've picked up a ruined buckler. I guess we check it out. It's just +2. Not exciting. Yeah, so I was saying, any idiot could probably take off their armor and cast a level 2 spell in repel missiles before without any training. But at least with deflect missiles, you probably have to have invested in, I don't know, some spell casting and maybe even at least one of charms or air to cast it. So it's not as free as repel missiles was, but yeah, still seems kind of busted to me. Alright, that's our first rune. We still don't have any poison. I guess let's head into the snake pit. We'll see how we go without our poison here. Because we do on our shopping list have a +8 quarterstaff that has our poison on it. and int -5. Oh yeah, our deflect missiles is going to come very handy here because of all the range things. What do we get? A pitted double sword. Alright. Goodbye, rapier. Hello. The +6 double sword. Huanabib. Is that it? Hunahib. It's a holy sword. Gives you the invisibility, which we can use due to our evocations training. Although most things here in Snake can see invis. 2 points of RC, MR-, not a great selling point, and int +2. I like the whole +6 double sword, that's nice. MR-, not so much. Alright, let's test it. Oh yeah, good damage. A double sword is a very nice weapon-based type. Shock Serpent. Ah, we have Aralek. Okay, these guys can't see invis either. So let's bring our sword out. We'll invoke the invis. And then maybe we can even stab it. Because of our stealth. Sick. Yeah, you get bonus stealth when you're invis. So that helps too. Nice. So I just try and blind that guy a bit. And by a bit, I mean just blind him. This is a fairly scary pack. We've got a Naga Warrior, a Sharpshooter, and there was a Naga Raja up the top. Oh, okay, we had Heroism on, I just reapplied it. I'm not used to it lasting so long. I've never had 12 invocations on an Okawaru character before. And we're going to get a bunch of bolts from these crossbow dudes. Rune Cloak, I'm sorry, you're not an artifact. We also deflect all the poison spits from Nagas. So that's pretty strong too. Alright, here we go. We're about to get Guardian Serpented. And we also just got slowed. And teleported. When we've got MR-, we're going to get teleported a lot by those guys. They have the teleport other spell. What's the percent chance? 31%. That's fairly high, I guess. What did we just pick up? A new ring. +2 dex. Yeah. It might be better than +1 evasion. Let's see. 22 evasion. Okay, it's basically the same, but this is better. Okay. It gives us the same +1 point of evasion, while also making us better able to block, and what's the other thing? Makes our attacks more accurate. Why don't, because this looks like a lot of fun, why don't we see if we can enslave one or some of these black mambas? You resisted with almost no effort, and it was 74%. Okay, now you can kill the other stuff. This is not good. We have no up poison. It's too scary fighting all those black mambas at once. Because in addition, the dude who was there, whose name I forget, the Naga, Ritualist, he can give you susceptibility to poison. Which means you get extra poisoned. Should keep the crossbow out against those guys. A ruined hat? See invis, okay. I don't want to wear it by default, but that stops us having to deal with unseen horrors anymore. We may as well do our shield, I guess. Just shooting him from range with our dazzling spray. Oh, okay, the other one didn't see us. Let's go invis. He never woke up, we stabbed him. Dude, I can't unequip this to shoot him with the crossbow because the sword is our source of invis and we'll lose it. Oh, come on. I just want to stab some stuff. Stop running away. Multiple sharpshooters. Never good. No, well, we're doing it anyway. I guess we have a shield and deflect missiles. I'm not legitimately that afraid. Also, apparently not so afraid that I want to keep the MR, keep our MR against the mage. We lost our deflect missiles. It's time. Take off the shield. Take off the armor. Put on the wizardry. There we go. I'm also going to drop the ring of positive energy. We're not really going to need that. Oh, I just realized that our crossbow has -4 int. I don't know if I've been trying to cast the deflect missiles with that on, but if I have, and if I did just then, that would have been a mistake. I should be doing it with the sword, which is int +2. Go invis. It's been a while since we've had a genetic drift. Are we still rapidly evolving? Yep. 62 charges on a wand of digging. That's the best part about the wand change. Oh, can we cast Discord? 100% chance to fail. What if we quaff a brilliance? The brilliance is too precious, I don't want to. That seemed like a great time though. Oh, you know what we could do? No, it's not so great. I was going to say, we have Needles of Frenzy. We could basically, well, it's not basically, but we could kind of do a very poor man's version of Discord by frenzying one monster. I should do that more often. Book! Young Poisoner's Handbook. I'm going to say, well, let's ask RNG. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The RNG chooses 4. That is Ogrebs. That is a spell I like. We're gonna do it. Let's put it on Z. No, we don't need to. I can make a macro for it. Z8. Okay, so we now have an Ogrebs macro. It's not that useful here in Snake because pretty much everything has our poison, but once we get out of Snake, it will be good. Salamander is not quite sure yet. Well, I think he's just realized what we're doing. He says, I wondered why you didn't snapline Lightning Spire. Yes. We are choosing spells by RNG. Why are we full? What can we drop? Enchant armor we'll use. It's like dropping it. What is Ogrebs? What is Ogrebs? What are we? Why are we here? What is our purpose in life? As in, I meant, what is our percent failure? 3%. So we can use that pretty well. And metabolic inglatiation has dropped to a point where I now feel like we could use that. So maybe we'll give that a go. It slows everything that doesn't have protection from cold. Wonder paralysis. I'm going to say, let's drop polymorph. Let's turn that off in our auto pickup. Because anything that we want to polymorph, we could paralyze it. So if you think about, we were polymorphing swamp dragons, but really, if we had paralyzed them, it would have been just as good, if not better. Alright, yeah. I was using the monsters to block between us and the sharpshooter, but the sharpshooters have portal projectile, so they can shoot you anyway. They can smite target their arrows or bolts. 18. Okay, time for a new random stat to roll. I feel like we're leveling up really quickly, but maybe that's my imagination. SID. The RNG chooses more int. Good. Let's just cast better. Alright, let's try our metabolic inglatiation. We failed it, and we outlined ourselves in a corona. Excellent. Great spell. What? Okay, can we stab? Oh, we did, but we didn't quite kill it. A double sword is a long blade, so it's not, you don't get the short blade stabbing bonus. Alright, let's get them both in view, and let's give it another go, okay? Well, we very briefly slowed the mystic. Yeah, so yeah, we got a few turns of slowing it, and we just used 5 mana to do that, to slow both of them for about 3 turns, and we, what did we do? We used a turn doing it. So yeah, I don't love this spell. I mean, it can be okay. Let's try again. Okay, so we slowed these guys for 1 turn. This one's already unslowed. So our 1 turn that we use that on, we slowed him for 2 turns. The other guys made it for 4 turns. So yeah, that value. And the other reason, in addition to it being just not really that good of a spell, it's kind of lackluster, it's in sort of a strange combination of spell schools that you're normally not training together, in that it's hexes and ice. I mean, it can happen sometimes, it does, but it's just not a very common thing to have. Or at least that's my experience of it. So yeah, I'm probably not going to use that too much. Needles of Confusion. Nah. Anything that I want to Needle of Confusion will paralysis wand it. Let's go, here we go. The value, we failed it. Probably would be better off just casting Ogrebs at these guys. Ogrebs poisons everything on your screen. That one actually is a lot of value, and it's a level 4 spell, so, and single school, so it's a lot less of an investment. I've heard metabolic inglatiation compared to the haste spell, i.e. if you slow every other monster on your screen, it's kind of like hasting yourself. In a way that's kind of true, but it's also kind of not. A lot of enemies have RC, for one. And also, as you see, it just doesn't last very long. I mean, what's our spell power? It's not amazing, I'm sure. It's about half of the way through. So I guess if you really went all in on your ice and hexes training, you can make its effect longer. But yeah. I'm a bit worried about doing our ending vault here without any R poison. I'm also gonna X this door out, What does an enslavement look like on these guys? Oh wow, it's actually really good. 25% chance on this guy. Oh, we got him. Sick. Okay, well, while we're doing that, let's chuck out some Needles of Frenzy and we can make these guys just go mental. Let's try and hit the dude with the Battle Axe of Freezing. Okay, so he's now frenzied, so he's going to attack monsters around him, and he's going to do that with his axe as well. He's hasted and mighted. Nice, he got destroyed pretty quickly. His friends were not having any of it. Let's go again. Nice. This guy is destroying them. Alright. Don't ever attack your enslaved. I was going to say friendly. I mean, they are friendly, but they're not really friendly by their own choice. It's kind of against their will. But Okawaru gets angry when you hurt one of your allies. So don't attack him until he runs out. Our title is the Victor of 1,000 Battles. That's nice. Because your invocations aptitude is your highest one, you're going to get titles from invocations. Pretty cool. I wonder if that's... I assume it'll be the same for Trog and so on, gods that don't use invocations, because you're going to be training everything, even though you technically usually can't. I think that's correct. I'm not sure. What were we doing? We were taking off stuff. Putting on wizardry. Switching to the sword we have. That one. There we go. Excellent. I think I excluded the door. I did. We're doing that bit last. Get our frenzied needles back. I think we mulched a few, because we only ended up with 3 of them. I think we might have had 5. Oh man, dude immediately took our deflected missiles off. It's kind of upsetting. Alright, well let's go again. It's optimal. I don't think I'm actually going to set up a macro for this because it's going to change a lot. There we go. As our items switch around, the macros are going to change. We should probably go invis against these guys. None of the black mambas can see invis. It's pretty strong. He took it off again. Devs, you're doing this, I know it. With monsters no longer spawning on floors, it also took away one of the most dangerous things, because monsters won't spawn on floors. So if you go upstairs to get naked, you'll never ever meet new spawns. No artifacts there, and the bookshop was a lie. In this shop, the Lamp of Fire is nice, particularly with all our evocations training, as is the Wand of Acid. Both of those are pretty good. We'd have to make space for them though. Let's drop none of these. I want them all. I want all of these. All of these things. Let's drop the royal jellies and turn those off in our auto pickup. We're not going to run out of food. That lets us buy... what's better? Probably the Lamp of Fire is without evocations training, but a Wand of Acid would be really good too. Okay, what else? I want it all. I'm going to say the mutation potions. If we need them, we can come get them again. And that lets us get the Wand of Acid as well. That is Mara. Mara is terrifying. He splits into 3. All 3 of them can bolt of fire you. And he can make a copy of you. There you go, there's a copy of us. You feel a genetic drift. You feel clever. Your genetic ride slows down. Your wild genetic ride slows down. But I don't want to get off Mr. Ultraviolet Force wild genetic ride. I want to keep going. So we still evolve, we just don't rapidly evolve anymore. That's sad. Sad. Let's go upstairs. I don't know what to do about Mara. Usually you ignore him. He's got a demon blade, so that might tempt you to kill him other times, but we're never going to be able to use his demon blade, so that doesn't factor into it. But I think we'll stop this one now, and we'll deal with Mara, maybe, and or ignore Mara in the next one. But we'll certainly do our Snake and Volt in the next one. Come back if you want to see it. Goodbye.